Good morning, friends. We are restarting with Nation Building Through Character Building by Swami Vivekananda. Hope all of you are doing well. So let us start. Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharma sarupine avatara vadisthaya Ram Krishnaya te namah. Om Jananing Saradang Deving Ramakrishnang Jagadgurung Padapadme Tvaya Sritta Pranamami Murmuhu. Om Namah Sri Jatirajaya Vivekananda Shurai Satchit Shukasharupai Swamine Tapoharine. There was a man in India, a sannyasi, who used to repeat Shivaham, I am bliss eternal. And a tiger jumped on him one day and dragged him away and killed him. But so long as he was living, the sound came Shivaham, Shivaham. Even at the gate of death, in the greatest danger, in the thick of the battlefield, at the bottom of the ocean, on the tops of the highest mountains, in the thickest of the forest, tell yourself, I am he, I am he. Day and night say, I am he. It is the greatest strength. It is religion. The weak will never reach the Atman. Never say, O Lord, I am a miserable sinner. Who will help you? You are the help of the universe. What in this universe can help you? Where is the man or the god or the demon to help you? What can prevail over you? You are the god of the universe. Where can you seek for help? Never help came from anywhere but from yourself. What we want is strength. So believe in yourselves. We have become weak, and that is why occultism and mysticism come to us. These creepy things. There may be great truths in them, but they have nearly destroyed us. Make your nerves strong. What we want is muscles of iron and nerves of steel. We have wept long enough. No more weeping, but stand on your feet and be men. It is a man making religion that we want. It is man making theories that we want. It is man making education all around that we want. And here is the test of truth. Anything that makes you weak physically, intellectually, and spiritually, reject as poison. There is no life in it. It cannot be true. Truth is strengthening. Truth is purity. Truth is all knowledge. Truth must be strengthening, must be enlightening, must be invigorating. This world is in chain of superstition. I pity the oppressed, whether man or woman, and I pity more the oppressors. One idea that I see clear as daylight is that misery is caused by ignorance and nothing else. Who will give the world light? Sacrifice in the past has been the law. It will be, alas, for ages to come. The earth's bravest and best will have to sacrifice themselves for the good of many, for the welfare of all. Buddhas by the hundred are necessary with eternal love and pity. My ideal indeed can be put into a few words, and that is to preach unto mankind their divinity and how to make it manifest in every movement of life. It is weakness, says Vedanta, which is the cause of all misery in this world. Weakness is the one cause of suffering. We become miserable because we are weak. We lie, steal, kill, and commit other crimes because we are weak. We suffer because we are weak. We die because we are weak. Where there is nothing to weaken us, there is no death nor sorrow. We are miserable through delusion. Give up the delusion, and the whole thing vanishes. It is plain and simple indeed. Wherever there is any blessing, blissfulness, or joy, even the joy of the thief in stealing, it is that absolute bliss coming out, only it has become obscured, muddled up, as it were, with all sorts of extraneous conditions and misunderstood. But to understand that, we have to go through the negation and then the positive side will begin. We have to give up ignorance and all that is false, and then truth will begin to reveal itself to us. When we have grasped the truth, things which we gave up at first will take new shape and form, will appear to us in a new light and become defied. They will have become sublimated, and then we shall understand them in their true light. But to understand them, we have first to get a glimpse of truth. We must give them up at first, and then we get them back again, defied. We have to give up all miseries and sorrows, all our little joys. Strength, therefore, is the one thing needful. Strength is the medicine for the world's disease. Strength is the medicine which the poor must have when tyrannized over by the rich. Strength is the medicine that the ignorant must have when oppressed by the learned. And it is the medicine that sinners must have when tyrannized over by other sinners. So, if the whole responsibility is thrown upon our own shoulders, we shall be at our highest and best. When we have nobody to grope towards, no devil to lay our blame upon, no personal God to carry our burdens, when we are alone responsible, then we shall rise to our highest and best. I am responsible for my fate. I am the bringer of good unto myself. I am the bringer of evil. I am the pure and blessed one. We must reject all thoughts that assert the contrary. Here is a beautiful figure. Picture the self to be the rider and this body the chariot. The intellect to be the charioteer, mind the reins, and the senses the horses. He whose horses are well broken and whose reins are strong and kept well in the hands of the charioteer reaches the goal, which is the state of Him, the omnipresent. But the man whose horses are not controlled, nor the reins well managed, goes to destruction. But those whose minds have become purified and refined realize the way is long and perilous. But struggle on, do not despair. Awake, arise, and stop not till the goal is reached. Be strong, my young friends. That is my advice to you. You will be nearer to heaven through football than through the study of the Gita. These are bold words, but I have to say them, for I love you. I know where the shoe pinches. I have gained a little experience. You will understand the Gita better with your biceps, your muscles a little stronger. You will understand the mighty genius and the mighty strength of Krishna better with a little of strong blood in you. You will understand the Upanishads better and the glory of the Atman when your body stands firm upon your feet, and you feel yourselves as men. Thus, we have to apply these to our needs. Attachment is the source of all our pleasures now. We are attached to our friends, to our relatives. We are attached to our intellectual and spiritual works. We are attached to external objects so that we get pleasure from them. What again brings misery but this very attachment? We have to detach ourselves to earn joy. If only we had power to detach ourselves at will, there would be no misery. That man alone will be able to get the best of nature, who, having the power of attaching himself to a thing with all his energy, has also the power to detach himself when he should do so. The difficulty is that there must be as much power of attachment as that of detachment. There are men who are never attracted by anything. They can never love. They are hard hearted and apathetic. They escape most of the miseries of life. But the world never feels misery. The world never loves, is never hurt. But it is the world after all. Surely it is better to be attached and caught than to be a wall. Therefore, the man who never loves, who is hard and stony, escaping most of the miseries of life, escapes all its joys. We do not want that. That is weakness, that is death. That soul has not been awakened, that never feels weakness, never feels misery. That is a callous state. We do not want that. At the same time, we not only want this mighty power of love, this mighty power of attachment, the power of throwing our whole soul upon a single object, losing ourselves and letting ourselves be annihilated as it were for other souls, which is the power of the gods, but we want to be higher even than the gods. The perfect man can put his soul upon that one point of love, yet he is unattached. How comes this? There is another secret to learn. The beggar is never happy. The beggar only gets a dole with pity and scorn behind it. At least, with the thought behind that the beggar is a low object. He never really enjoys what he gets. Ask nothing, want nothing in return. Give what you have to give, it will come back to you. But do not think of that now. It will come back multiplied a thousandfold. But the attention must not be on that. Yet have the power to give, and there it ends. Learn that the whole of life is giving, that nature will force you to give. So give willingly. The sun is taking up water from the ocean to return it in showers. A river is continually emptying itself into the ocean and is continually filling up again, but not the exit into the ocean. The moment you do that, death seizes you. Be therefore not a beggar, be unattached. This is the most terrible task of life. You do not calculate the dangers on the path. Even by intellectually recognizing the difficulties, we really do not know them until we feel them. Even if our every attempt is failure and we bleed and are torn asunder, yet through all this, we have to preserve our heart. We must assert our Godhead in the midst of all these difficulties. Nature wants us to react, to return blow for blow, cheating for cheating, lie for lie, and to hit back with all our might. Then it requires a super divine power not to hit back, to keep control, to be unattached. Every day we renew our determination to be unattached. We cast our eyes back and look at the past objects of our love and attachment and feel how every one of them made us miserable. We went down into the depths of dependency because of our love. We found ourselves mere slaves in the hands of others. We were dragged down and drowned. And we make a fresh determination. Henceforth, I will be master of myself. Henceforth, I will have control over myself. But the time comes, and the same story once more. Again, the soul is caught and cannot get out. The bird is in a net, struggling and fluttering. This is our life. I know the difficulties, tremendous they are, and 90% of us become discouraged and lose heart, and in our turn often become pessimists and cease to believe in sincerity, love, and all that is grand and noble. So, we find men who, in the freshness of their lives, have been forgiving, kind, simple, and guiltless, become in old age lying masks of men. Their minds are a mass of intricacy. All this we have to avoid. Therefore, I say we require super divine power. Superhuman power is not strong enough. Super divine strength is the only way, the one way out. By it alone, we can pass through all these intricacies, through these showers of miseries unscathed. We may be cut to pieces, torn asunder, yet our hearts must grow nobler and nobler all the time. It is very difficult, but we can overcome the difficulty by constant practice. We must learn that nothing can happen to us unless we make ourselves susceptible to it. I have just said no disease can come to me until the body is ready. It does not depend alone on the germs, but upon a certain predisposition which is already in the body. We get only that for which we are fitted. Let us give up our pride and understand this, that never is misery undeserved. There never has been a blow undeserved. There never has been an evil for which I did not pave the way with my own hands. We ought to know that. Analyze yourselves, and you will find that every blow you have received came to you because you prepared yourselves for it. You did half, and the external world did the other half. At the same time, from this very analysis will come a note of hope. And the note of hope is I have no control of the external world, but that which is in me and nearer unto me, my own world, is in my control. If the two together are required to make a failure, if the two together are necessary to give me a blow, I'll not contribute the one which is in my keeping, and how then can the blows come? If I get real control of myself, then blow will never come. So we stop here. Om Niranjanang Nittam Anantarupam Bhaktanukampa Dhrita Vigraham Vai Ishavatarang Parameshamidang Tang Ramakrishnang Shirasha Namami Om Jathagne Dahika Shakti Ramakrishne Stita Hija Sarva Vidya Sarupang Tang Sardang Pranamaham Parotatti Sadalina Ramakrishna Samagaya Jo Dharma Sthapanarato Virishankang Namamaham. Stay well, stay blessed. Jai Thakur, Jai Maa, Jai Swamiji.